Hi, and welcome to PT Dan's educational videos. Today we're going to be talking about how to achieve goals and how to achieve SMART goals. The first thing you need to do in order to achieve a goal is to have a goal that is specific. For example, you don't want to travel just across to another suburb if you're going to go visit a friend. You need to know the street and the number of the house that you're going to visit. So you need to have something specific. In the fitness industry, we can't set ourselves goals such as to increase strength or hypertrophy. We need to have something specific, such as I would like to increase my strength by 25% over the next 8 months. By doing that specifically, you know specifically what you set out to achieve. The next thing you need to be able to do is to actually measure that goal along the way. So if you set yourself a goal today to achieve something in 6 months' time, how do you know if you're getting along that pathway? You need to set yourself a specific goal and then work out how you are going to measure your success and your progress along the way to make sure that you are heading in the right direction. So if you just want to increase strength, you need to know how to measure it. So how many reps are you doing across a specific weight load? If you want to increase size, you can't just go by a scale. You need to be able to actually measure your girth measurements, etc. The next thing you have to make sure is whether those goals are achievable or whether your goal is realistic. The difference between the two is quite simple. If it's achievable, that means that it is humanly possible. If it's realistic, it simply means that as an individual, you believe in your heart and soul that you are capable of achieving that goal. So, let's have another look at the difference between the two. Me being a billionaire one day, is that achievable? Yes, it is. Is it realistic? Most probably not. So what we need to do is we need to have goals in life that's not only achievable, but it must be realistic. The next thing you must do is put a time frame on it. We've done a lot of little experiments where we've got a little area space by 10 meters squared, put 4 people on it with balloons attached to their feet. We play a game. The game is that within 1 minute, you've got to pop other people's balloons, but at the same time, you must try and protect your own. The person at the end of the minute with still balloons attached to their feet wins. As soon as we set the clock and the clock starts ticking, what do you think happens? People tend to be quite defensive. They don't actually go out and try and pop other people's balloons. But when the last 10 seconds comes up, panic sits in and you do whatever it takes to win the game. So what you do is you go out and start getting aggressive now the last time in 10 seconds and try and pop out each other's balloons. That wouldn't have happened unless there was a time frame put on it. So what tends to happen is if you set yourself a goal and put a time frame on it, if you happen to be lagging just a little bit behind, you know that you have to set out and achieve a goal in a certain period of time. So a little competitive streak starts to take over behind us and we're putting that little bit more effort in order to achieve our goal in that certain time frame. So it's very, very important to put in a time frame. So let's go through it one more time really quickly. Set yourself a specific goal so you know specifically what you want to achieve. Make sure it's measurable. So find out a way of how to measure your goals, such as taking girth measurements, body fat percentage, so don't ever use a scale in this case. I'll only ever use a scale if somebody wants to if somebody's anorexic and just wants to put on weight. Don't forget, scales don't establish the difference between body fat, water retention, muscle tissue, excess food in your colon that's stuck and left behind. So it doesn't take into consideration, it's just a total of all of it. So if you want to have a specific goal, you need to have a specific method of measurement. Make sure it's achievable and realistic. So set yourself a goal that you know that you are capable of achieving and must believe it in your heart that you are capable of achieving it. The next thing, of course, is put a time frame on it so you know that you will achieve your goal by a specific time frame. Now, just a little trick. I want everybody to actually write down their goals. Make sure you write it down in your own handwriting. And you must always write out your goals using this method. Write your goals as if it has already happened. So, for example, me personally, my goal is to weigh 100 kilograms of lean body fat percentage of 8% by January the 1st. And by writing it in that way, and you write it in this way, you write it, I will be 100 kilograms at 8% body fat on January the 1st, 2011. And by writing it down in that way, you have subconsciously tricked your brain into believing that you have already done it. And therefore your body will automatically go through the processes required to achieve that goal. So your mind plays a very strong role when it comes down to goal setting. Enjoy your next workout.